And what's up, everybody? I am back with the beginning of the end of the year content for 2022. I like to do a little bit of something every year for content, and as to wrap up the year, shut up OneDrive, I do not care. Anyway, starting off, I always like to do tier lists for Pringles and Mountain Dew, and obviously today we are doing the Pringles tier list. So, this is a good year. This was a very good year for Pringle reviews, as we got up to 47 Pringle reviews, and I got a ton done this year. And like, I'll talk about it in the end of the year review video that I'm gonna do. It's gonna come out a little bit later in the week, probably. But the reason behind that is because of the fact that I decided to buy a lot of these flavors online. And that because a lot of these flavors were not new releases. They were flavors that already existed, but they were exclusive to different countries or different regions of the world or whatever. A few of them were. I think we had about 5 new releases this year that I can think of that were that I got in the store. But most of them I bought online, and I plan on continuing to do that in 2023. I'm actually probably going to get some new ones after the holidays are over. But yeah, that's how I got a majority of these flavors. So it's a pretty cool thing to do. But let's jump right into it. This is my own tier list, by the way. I made this. I'm gonna actually hopefully remember to link it in the Discord, the description of this video. It is also in the Discord, but I'm gonna try and link it in the description so you can make your own. I know probably not all of you have tried all these flavors, but maybe you will. Maybe you have. I don't know. But I'll trying to link this one, including the Mountain Dew one. I'll do that for the Mountain Dew one as well. Hopefully, that will come out a little bit later in the week. We'll see. Hopefully I remember to do that, but hopefully. Well, let's jump into it. I don't like how TierMaker organized these. They're alphabetical. I don't like that they did that, but what are you going to do? But all the flavors are on here, 47 of them. My rankings might have changed for a couple. We'll see. I'm actually going to add... Shit, I should have done this earlier. Add a row below. Shit. We're going to do S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. You can change the colors, do whatever you want to, the name of the tiers or whatever. I forgot to do that, but there we go. Okay, so let's start. Well, this first one is the Applewood Smoked Cheddar. This one was about a B tier flavor. It was kind of mid. This flavor just wasn't there. I don't know why it was like Applewood, but I mean, for what it was okay. It's not bad. There's definitely going to be a wide range of rankings of these flavors, especially a lot of the ones I bought online. But this one I did find in the store, and it was pretty decent. I liked it. Now, first F tier is the Wendy's Baconator one. It's still probably one of, if not the worst flavor of Pringles I have ever tasted. It does not taste like a Baconator at all. It tasted like a charred burger. A flavorless charred burger. Way overcooked. I don't know how they messed it up that bad. The can's cool. That's pretty much it. That's all I can say. That's a definite F tier. Now, this might be a little controversial, but I'm going to put barbecue in the S tier. Here's why. I've actually come to really enjoy barbecue. I think last time I did this tier list, I think I put it in B or A. I don't think I put it in S, but I've really come around to like barbecue as a flavor. It's a good kind of... It's like a very sweet barbecue, which wouldn't work really well as a barbecue sauce for me. But I think because it's on a chip and because it mixes well as a chip, I think I really like it. So it's definitely one of my favorites. And it's a classic too. It's a good S tier. And then the Buffalo Ranch is next. I'm going to put this one in the D tier. It had some heat to it, I remember, but it wasn't like a super strong heat. Unlike a lot of because they don't normally do a lot of flavors that are meant to be hot or spicy, unless they're part of the scorching line nowadays. But this one is definitely not a Scorching Line one, obviously. And it was, I mean, the buffalo, I'm not a huge fan of buffalo flavored stuff. The ranch part really wasn't there. But the flavor, I mean, there's a little bit of each, but they kind of like cancel each other out, you know what I mean? It was okay. It's definitely not horrible, but it's not great either. It's not like, I wouldn't even call it mid. I call it a little below mid. That's why it's a good D tier flavor. Next one's cheddar and sour cream. This one's going to be another S tier flavor for me. But it's one that's kind of threatening away from the S tier because I really should. I haven't had it in a little while. I don't know. The flavors just, they seem kind of dull. They're not, it's not like, it's really good. Like the cheddar and the sour cream, I was really surprised with this flavor. I was really surprised when I first tried it. It's a very good flavor. But the more I have it, the duller the flavors get. So by next year, this could be a lower tiered flavor. But for now, it's in the S tier. Next one up is, I don't know which one this one is. This is cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese is still, I'll move cheddar cheese up to B. I think I've put it in C in the past or even lower. I'm going to move it up to B. Some of the more recent times that I've had this flavor, it has, the cheddar taste has at least been there. It's not strong, but it doesn't taste like burnt cheddar either. So it's still pretty much a letdown for as far as it's like one of the lower level flavors as far as like the classics go. But it's still a solid flavor. I know more people like it than the way I like it. So there you go. But B tiers, I think it's a good place for it. It definitely has potential to go up. It also could go back down. Just depends on how my taste buds are feeling when I have it. So, but B is a good spot. Oh, I don't remember which one this one is. I think I know which one it is. This one is the cheese and onion. That's right. Cheese and onion, awful. Going in the F tier. Very strong onion taste, no cheese taste at all. It smells absolutely awful, and it's just not a very pleasant chip to taste. It's not. I actually have some of those still in the can. Like, I have not finished them. Other people have tried to eat them. They either don't like them. They actually went stale by now, so I might have to throw them out. But I can't bear to even open the damn can and smell them again. It's just awful. Ugh. No. And then the Wendy's chicken sandwich. This one is a C tier, I believe. I think that's a good spot for it. It's not like this was their second attempt and hopefully final attempt at collaborating with Wendy's for a Pringle flavor Wendy's item, or Wendy's menu item flavor Pringle item. That's, there we go. I hope this is their last attempt, last go around with this. It's been a while since this one came out, so hopefully they are done. It at least tasted decent. It was mid. There's definitely a little bit of spice there. It wasn't like super spicy, but it's just a little bit of spice. And it definitely tasted more like a good chicken sandwich. Now, it was still not perfect. That's why it's in the C tier. I'm also not a big spicy chicken sandwich fan. So, and I was also on a Pringle. So there you go. But I think C tier, it wasn't great. It wasn't horrible either. Put it in a C tier. It's good flavor for that. The next up is Chipotle Ranch. I really did not like this one either. I'm going to have D might be a little high for it. D might be a little too high for Chipotle Ranch. We'll keep it there for now, though. This one just was weird. This one was one of the new releases this year. I think this is the first of the actual new releases from this year. This one was a Walgreens exclusive. I don't know if it still is. But first off, why Walgreens? Second of all, this chip is just weird. Like, I think they went really heavy on the Chipotle, but like, it was just awkward. I don't know if that's how. I don't know if people that know Chipotle better than me Not the restaurant Chipotle, like the flavor Chipotle. How's it supposed to taste? Because it did not taste very accurate to me. Now, I haven't had a lot of Chipotle things, but you get my gist. Sorry. But D tier is definitely a good place for that one. Alright, and then next up is Dill Pickle. Good F tier for you. It's pickles. I hate pickles. The taste is very repugnant. It's awful. And I do not enjoy it at all. That's pretty much what I gotta say for that one. Nothing I really else want to say. Doner kebab. This one is also not finished. It's still over there, which is a big slap in the face for me. Or is it? No, it's not. Or is it? I don't remember. I don't think it is, actually. This one's going to go in the E tier. Here's the thing. It's bad, but it's not on the level of these three. And there's some others that will go in the F tier that's also not on the level on. But it's not good at all. It's not. It's just weird. I guess I never had a real doner kebab, so I can't say it's good, like accurate, but nope, not my cup of tea at all. And then this is extra hot chili and lime. I think they've turned this one into a scorching flavor, but by now, like part of the scorching line. But I had this when it wasn't part of the scorching line for a review, and I don't know. It's a good D tier. I mean, it's another one of them that's just meant to be hot. And that's why they put it on the scorching line. It's just meant to be hot. There's no real actual flavor there. At least when I had it, they were attempting to put a little bit like chili and lime flavor in there. And there was a little bit. Was it really strong? No. But there was a little bit there. D tier is definitely a good place for it. I don't know. If I was more of a fan of like hot, spicy stuff, I think I'd love this one. But no, not me. Next up's fire roasted jalapeno. That one's gonna go in the E tier. It's just with this. Actually, let's just put regular jalapeno in there too. I don't know if those are actually the same thing or not. But I don't know. I mean, the jalapeno. It tastes like a strong. There's like a strong pepper, but it's not a jalapeno because the spice doesn't come with it. So, that's like kind of ones where like it needs a little bit of spice for it to actually work, because otherwise you just sound like you're eating a pepper flavored Pringle, and that's just really weird. Those both are pretty much the same, so I'm gonna put those in the E tier. They might actually be the same flavor. I don't know. Comment down below if they are. But I know I reviewed them each individually, so that's why I put them both on here. Another F, Greek style tzatziki. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That one was very high on chives and like Greek, like this Greek ranch sauce thing. Like, it was very repugnant. It was awful. That one has actually been eaten by Dark Rum 7, gone. Thank the Lord, but still awful. It's very, very awful. I do not like it at all. Now here's honey mustard. Honey mustard I'm going to put in the A tier. I don't know if I put it in S beforehand. It's also been a while since I've had the honey mustard flavor Pringles, but I still remember really liking them. This was another one that was a big surprise to me, like the cheddar and sour cream ones. It's not on. I just can't put it on like a top tier level. It's very good, but I can't put it on like a top tier level. So that's why I'm putting it in the A tier. Hot honey, though, blew me out of the water. This was another one of the new releases this year. It was one of the Walmart exclusives. It took me forever to find. I'm putting it in the S tier. Very, very, very pleasantly surprised. Out of all of the new releases this year, there's only about 5 of them, like I said. Out of all of them, though, this was definitely the best one. And that's one of the better, like, brand new Pringle flavors in a really long time. S tier for sure. Beautiful flavor. I hope they actually decide to keep that one around. I don't think they will, but I really hope they do, because it was a really good flavor. It tasted like Cheerios, but a little warmer. There was definitely heat there, but the honey was also there. It was how they should do hot stuff that's also got flavor. God, I wish they would learn their mistakes by now. All right. Anyways, Italian style pepperoni pizza. This one wasn't bad. It was just, it's like a B tier. It wasn't bad. It was edible. It just tasted very greasy. And it's not like there was actual grease dripping off of the chip, but you just felt it when you eat it. Like it was like heart clogging, a lot of greasiness in there, a lot of thick oil stuff in there. It definitely resembled like pizza, but it was like very greasy. It was hard to actually taste the pizza itself. It was okay. Like I ate them all, but I don't know. B tier is a good spot for that one. Now another one that really surprised me was ketchup. This was one of the ones I got for my birthday. As far as an online one, I'm actually gonna put that in the A tier. Surprisingly, it was really good. I was genuinely surprised. It tasted like ketchup, but it didn't like taste overwhelmingly like ketchup. It was the right consistency, good flavor, really good chip. I would, I think it's in Canada, so if you're Canadian, you go to the store, find these. They're really good. Then we got melted pub cheese. This one's gonna be another B tier. Kind of like same reasoning for the Applewood smoked cheddar one. I feel like there was a little bit more potential that it could have been had with the flavor of this chip. But like, I mean, there's only so many cheese like related flavors that they can do. This is another one. It just wasn't very unique. Like it was okay, but it wasn't like very unique. You know what I'm saying? It's not one that I would like race to pick up again, but it's decent. You know, I liked it. Oh, excuse me. This is another one of the new releases from this year. Mexican street corn, or known as elote. This one was good, but it wasn't great. It didn't really stand out in any way. It's another good B tier flavor. It didn't taste bad. Again, like the pub cheese, like the smoked cheddar, I think there was definitely some more potential. But as far as like Mexican street corn as the food, how much potentially, while still sticking accurate to it, is kind of the debacle you got to get at with there. But it's a solid chip. I liked it. All right. Anyway, here we go. E tier Moa Burger. That was last year's Walmart exclusive. Bad. It's not terrible like these four, but it's bad. E tier. I really hope that one never comes back. Mushrooms and cream, another one. E tier. Bad. That was actually the most recent one that I did, even though I said it was number 44 in the actual video. It turned out to be number 47. As you guys know, I have a very heavy backlog. But yeah, mushroom and cream and Moa Burger. Easy E tiers. They're both awful. Cheeseburger. It tasted like the Baconator one. Exactly, almost. It was a little bit better. At least I remember it being a little bit better. But it didn't taste like a cheeseburger at all. I don't know what's special about a New York style cheeseburger versus like a regular cheeseburger that you could get at like a bar somewhere and anywhere in the U.S. or the world for that matter. Yeah, it didn't taste like burnt and charred as much as the rest, as much as the Baconator ones, but it didn't taste good either. It did not taste anything like an actual one. All right, well, now I got paprika. Credit to Dark Realm 7's sister for getting me these. These are A tier. This one really surprised me. I didn't know what to expect coming in, but the flavor was awesome. I thought it was going to be like some spice. It wasn't really any at all. These were a really good chip. I was really, really surprised. Very good flavor. I think they're in Germany, so if you're in Germany, get these. I know there's like 2 kinds of paprikas. This is the one that I am reviewing. I don't know if I'll ever get the other one. I probably will eventually, but not anytime soon. Parmesan roasted garlic. It's gonna go in the B tier. It was a little overwhelming as far as like putting 2 things like Parmesan and roasted garlic together, but it was decent. I enjoyed it. It wasn't anything special though. It didn't really like get my appetite going, but it was something that was good, like just a little snack sort of thing. So good B tier ranking there. And Philly cheesesteak, unlike hot honey, was a very big disappointment. I don't even know if I can bear to put it on the same level as these guys. I can't. I'm going to put an E. This was the harder of the two to find, and I eventually did find it, but it was a little disappointing. Gotta say, actually a lot disappointing. Very, very heavy onion taste again. I've had Philly cheesesteaks, not like a genuine one from actual Philadelphia. I'd love to one time, but I've had an actual Philly cheesesteak before. Nothing like it at all. Really heavy on the onion. It's not good at all. And then this one, I can't even see what this one says. Huh. Hold on. Let's see which one this is. Oh, okay. I got this one. That's Piri Piri Chicken. This one was weird. It was like, so when I bought this one, I looked up top 10 like weirdest Pringle flavors ever made. This was number 1 on every list that I saw. And so when I bought it, I was expecting like that kind of thing. It didn't really have that. Now, it didn't blow me away, but it wasn't as bad as I expected, which I guess maybe influenced my higher ranking of it for a little bit. I mean, it was just weird. I don't know why I was number 1 on like the weirdest flavors. I really don't. It's weird. Now we get another one of the classics, pizza. I don't know. Pizza's hit or miss. It's gonna be a B tier. Pizza's hit or miss, right? Sometimes you get a really good tasting chip, lots of seasoning on it. Sometimes you get one with like absolutely no seasoning on it either. And if you eat too much, then it kind of affects your taste buds a little bit. It's kind of hit or miss. It's one of the classics, and I really like it, but it's a solid B tier just because it's very inconsistent with its flavors. Oh boy, look at this one. Another F tier. Prawn cocktail. If there's ever a chance for me to have a shrimp cocktail, it's all but lost on me unless I do the 72-ounce steak challenge because of this. Because of these guys. Nope. Not having it. No. Not at all. Then we finally get to the original. I really wish these weren't organized alphabetically so I could start with, like, go in order. Because I uploaded the files in order of when I reviewed them, but I guess not. Original's going to go in the A tier. It's still with the other 46 flavors that I've tried since that I did the original way back in August of 2020. It still holds up as a really solid chip and a really, really good chip. Salt content's like perfect level, really good, awesome. Definitely a good A tier flavor from me. Then we got one that's definitely not A tier flavor, pulled pork burger. Yeah, I don't know really have anything good to say about this one at all. Like the burger ones, it did not really taste like pulled pork at all. And it just was a little kind of thing. Solid one here. I got the ranch coming up in the S tier. Still one of my favorite Pringle flavors of all time. There's definitely some higher. It's definitely lost its like all-time like untouchable status like Baja Blast still has for Mountain Dew, but it's still a very solid flavor. Definitely still worthy of the S tier ranking. Next up is Reuben. Reuben actually kind of threw me off a little bit. It was actually pretty sweet, which I was surprised about. It's a B tier. It's like a sweets though. It's not like, I don't know if that's how Reuben sandwiches are supposed to taste. But, no, it was pleasant. It was just a little off-putting at first, but it's a pleasant, once you know what you're looking for, it's a pleasant taste, Something a little different. And then we got rotisserie chicken. This one wasn't bad either. It just left a weird taste in my mouth. It's a very strong aftertaste. And that's why it's going to go in the C tier. As far as accuracy, though, it is one of the most accurate flavors out of all of them. Definitely tastes like chicken. I don't know why they would get some of these right and some of these not, because it's right next to another chicken and another chicken, and that's not chicken. But I don't know why they just sometimes get it right and sometimes don't when it comes to working on like cheese, for example, as well. It's another good example. Salt and vinegar was. I'm gonna put this in the B tier. It's kind of. This one was surprised me to hell. I expect this one to be the worst one ever. No questions asked, but damn, it surprised me. It's not A tier level anymore. I think I used to put it in the A tier. I have to bump it down to the B. It's still decent. It's not as high as my rankings because of the fact that I have tried other flavors and also I've gotten used to it. The surprise factor is not there anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's still a solid B tier flavor though. And then we get to the scorching ones, because this thing gets fucking organized by alphabetical orders. We can do all the scorching ones next. Scorching Barb, they're all actually going to go in the same one, and I'll explain as I put them there. They're all going in the E. Here's why. They all taste the same. When you have, it's... Here's the reason why they're all going in there. When you have it where the point of the chip is to be hot, they ignore the fact for flavor. Okay? Making them literally all taste the same for the most part. They all don't really have much taste. All they do is they burn your mouth, and that's what they're appealing to. People who like hot stuff like Takis or Frank's Red Hot, I guess. I don't fucking know what else to do. Yeah, they're not like ones that I would absolutely despise. That's why they're in the E and not the F tier. But they're all going in the same tier. No questions asked. I'll continue to try them in hopes that maybe one day they'll fix their problems, but I highly doubt it. Then we get Smoky Paprika and Almond. This one was another one that kind of surprised me. It has like a pretty good flavor. It's going to go in the B tier. I couldn't really taste the almond, but because I like the paprika ones, I like these too. They really weren't bad. They weren't as good as the actual paprika. Maybe the almond was the reason for that. I don't know. I really couldn't taste the almond. But still a solid B for me. And then this one. Oh, this is the... What is that one? What is this one? Hold on. See, when you make the list way too early, you don't remember what it is. That's smoky bacon. Is that bacon? Might be bacon. It is. Huh. Smoky bacon. Okay. Quite honestly, I'm going to put it in the C. I don't know. It just isn't... It left a very... did not leave a very good aftertaste. Bacon usually doesn't for me. Neither does sausage, by the way. Fun fact. But yeah, this is a good spot for it. And then we get sour cream and onion. Sour cream and onion is going down to A. I think I put it in S in pretty much every other tier list I've done for Pringles. It's going to go in A this year. The aftertaste again. They've gone... The recipe for it has gone very heavy on the onion. It's still not like as bad as like the Philly cheesesteak or whatever else is onions. Oh, the onion, this one, cheese and onion. But it knocks it off of its pedestal as one of the all-time best because of going heavy on the onion. Not as much on the sour cream. Sharp white cheddar was kind of a disappointment for me. It's still C tier. I don't know. It's like another cheese one. I expected it to kind of taste like a white cheddar Cheez-It. It didn't. It was worse than a white cheddar Cheez-It, which is hard to do. Especially when the same thing as white cheddar. God. Okay. But it's a solid C. Mid. Just like bacon. Mid. Alright. Let's do final tier count. We got 4 in the S tier. 5 in the A tier. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 in the B. 5 in C tier. 3 in the D tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 15 in the E tier and 5 in the F tier. Cool. Well, there you go, folks. That is my final 2022 Pringles tier list. All 47 flavors. Like I said, I'll link this in the description of this video. And I will make sure to get more flavors. There's probably going to be some Pringle reviews early in the year for sure. Because I'm going to try and buy some more. and then hopefully some more new releases next year. And then again, later in the year, we will do, at the end of the year next year, update this tier list again. But I'd like to hear your thoughts about my rankings in the comment section down below. And I'd love to hear what your rankings are in the comment section down below as well. I'd like to see what your tier list may look like. If you join the Discord, you can post your Pringles tier list there. Alright guys, that's going to do for this video. Stay tuned for other much more amazing content, including the Mountain Dew tier list, which will come out in a couple of days, hopefully, at least. We've also got the end of the year review video, and then that's where I'll talk about this a little bit more. And other much more amazing content coming to you as we wrap up 2022. So, till next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.